Good morning. I'm Chris Williston, President and CEO of the Independent Bankers Association of Texas, and welcome to this first edition of IBAT's video blog. Each month, beginning with this electronic newsletter, I will be highlighting IBAT activities for the month. June will be an exceptionally busy month. Not only are we wrapping up the 82nd legislative session, but we also have an extremely busy congressional session going on in Washington, D.C. IBAT will be pleased to conduct a free one-day legislative seminar on June 14th from 8 to 9 a.m. Registration is free but required at www.ibat.org. Please enroll all of your officers and directors to learn all the legislation that was passed that will affect our industry. IBAT will also provide a free comprehensive white paper that will be delivered to your bank in early July. Plans are virtually complete for the annual Leadership Conference June 16th through 18th at the Hyatt Hill Country in San Antonio. The agenda is packed with powerful speakers addressing topics on everything from transformational leadership to the latest and hottest banking topics. Over 200 of your peers are already registered. And if you've been to a leadership conference before, you know this is an outstanding family event. Again, we encourage you to register, if not already done so, at the IBAT website. There are two important award deadlines coming up in the next couple of weeks. June 10th is the deadline to submit your nominations to the Making a Difference Award. This is a chance for you to recognize that very special member of your team that has made a difference in your bank or your community. It's hard to believe, but this is the 20th anniversary of our Best of Community Banking Awards competition. Celebrate all you do for your community by submitting your entry in the competition by June 27th. By now you should have received your May-June edition of the Texas Independent Banker magazine. You can also access a copy online via your computer or iPad at the IBAT website. Well, it's anything but business as usual in our nation's capital. There are several important deadlines that loom, and we're racing against the clock in order to delay two very important and potentially devastating aspects of the Dodd-Frank bill that was passed last year. Legislation has been introduced to delay the implementation of new interchange rates and the repeal of Regulation Q, the payment of interest on corporate transaction accounts. IBAT will continue to be in the forefront in these fights, working with the entire industry to see that delay and study legislation is passed by mid-July. Please be ready to call your congressman when important votes come up on this legislation. Your IBAT leadership will be in Washington again this month advocating on your behalf, and on the heels of more than 150 bankers that traveled to D.C. with IBAT last month. And certainly last but not least, I'm pleased to announce a very important addition to the IBAT staff family. Mr. Kelly Goulart, who has spent more than 20 years serving Texas Bank, is IBAT's new Regulatory Compliance Manager. Kelly joins IBAT Associate Counsel Shannon Phillips, and both are now available to answer your legal and regulatory compliance questions. Again, a free service to you as an IBAT member. As always, it's a pleasure to serve this great industry, and we invite you to call on us whenever we can be of assistance to you. I hope you've enjoyed this first edition of IBAT's video blog.